Hey everybody, I'm in my place today, and I was reading something in the Bible. In your Bible, in the book of Mark, chapter 13, verse 6, I'll even give you the address. Jesus says something absolutely phenomenal. He warns us against false religions and false teachers. He said that many will come in my name, but do not be deceived. By the way, this is found in a multiplicity of places in the New Testament, but I'm just giving you one of the references. You can look the rest up on your own. So Jesus warns us against false teachers and against a false religion. Now, historically speaking, in the year 325 AD, we have the Roman Emperor Constantine, who's looking to unify his fragmented kingdom, and he doesn't know how to do it. But there's this movement emerging of disciples of Christ who, by the way, were not Christians. They weren't part of a new religion. Historically speaking, originally they were followers of the way. They weren't even followers of Christ or followers of Jesus, even though they were his disciples or his apostles. They were followers of the way. So lots to be said there, but I'll just skip over that. And so the Roman governor or emperor Constantine knew that he couldn't come up against this incredible force. So instead of fighting it, he decided to adopt it and domesticate it and tame it. And he got a bunch of bishops together and popes and priests, and they took the teachings of Jesus, but they also took the teachings of Jesus that did not adhere to their own personal agenda, and they burnt them and they destroyed them. Of course, some people thought that this was way too sacred to just destroy, and so they were hidden. And all these teachings were actually found in the mid-1940s in Qumran. Again, lots to be said there, but we'll just fast forward through that. And Christianity became then what we have now. And Christianity was legalized, and it was accepted, and it was adopted as the state religion. And then evangelism occurred. And do you know how evangelism or how Christianity was spread back in that day? Through violence and through torture and through bullying. Basically, you had to become a Christian and accept the state religion, or you lost your land, or you were tortured, or you were killed. And this is how the gospel was spread. And I'm just saying, could it be, would you even begin to contemplate the idea or the thought that the Christianity that we have today was the very faith or the very false religion that Jesus was warning us about? Could it be that the false prophets that Jesus was warning us about were the bishops and the popes and the priests who took the teachings of Jesus when he said, "Come follow me," and they switched it into "Come worship me" and "Come sing songs about me"? All things that Jesus never even told us to do. We were followers of the way. And could it be that these are the same people that took the very example of Christ when Christ fed the poor, and now they made it mandatory for the poor to give money to them so that they can build their peoples or their empire, the Roman Empire, and their buildings and their churches and their cathedrals and all of these things that took such expense. And there's something in the Bible that talks about how God is for you. And if you go to church on Sunday morning, you'll always hear people say, "God is for you, God is for you." And that sounds good, but can I just be honest? That feels a little disingenuous and feels difficult for the average church attender who may not totally be a Christian, because it communicates that, God is for you if you jump through the logistical, theological hoops of having to believe and behave in the way that we are told to believe and to behave. Well, I just want to tell you that indeed God is for you. God is for you just as much as he was for Jesus. God will strengthen you just like he strengthened Jesus. God will empower you just like he empowered Jesus, because just like Jesus, you are one of his. Radical love and kindness to every one of you. Spread the love.